Alright guys, let's get straight into it. I got a rare car, garage showdown. I wanted to show off and to start this off with a bang. First car we got is the Hot Knife. This is my replica of the American Graffiti, which was Steven Spielberg's first directed film. And it's not a rare vehicle, but the only way you can obtain it is if you have the collector's edition. So I don't have that, so it's pretty rare to me. And yeah, that's the American Graffiti Hot Knife. A classic movie for a classic hot rod. Let's run into this garage and see what else I have. Alright, next up we got is the PheoniX. I think it's the iMponte PheoniX. Yes, this is not too much of a rare car. You got to go through a little bit to obtain it. The reason why I really like it because it has the huge spoiler in the back. Reminds me of the Dynaco car from Cars, and yeah, it has a nice little sunroof to top it off and everything. Kind of a really generic paint job, not too much, you know. And yeah, that's my PheoniX. Next, going to jump into a rare vehicle. It's the Manana. I love this vehicle because it has the flame fenders, nice little curb bumpers down at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can really see them or not. And these nice windows that sometimes they're rolled up, sometimes they're rolled down, but now they're up, which I pretty like about it. And that's my Manana. Next, going to jump into the first muscle car that I fell in love with, the Ruiner. The reason why I love the Ruiner because it has these huge exhaust on the back. I mean, flames spit out these things like none other. Have a nice little body work going on over there, and complement everything. Has some chrome at the bottom. And yeah, like I said, it's the first muscle car that I fell in love with, and this is my iMponte Ruiner. Next, going to jump into another muscle car. It's the Buccaneer. When I first seen this one, somebody had it with the wheelie bars. I was like, man, I got to get my hands on this car. But once I did, I found the car that was muscle car that was pretty much better than this one. I'll show you with my other character. But as you can see, the paint job on this is really sick. That's why I really like this car. It's like neon, bright, you know, fluorescent, everything, and catches the eye pretty quick. So that's my Buccaneer. Next, going to jump into this Corvette. Matches my character, like all black, everything. And I tried a lot of different color schemes, but it didn't really work out. So I figured all black would be the best way to show off this car. And yeah, this is my Goon Squad all black Corvette. Next is jump into this rare vehicle. It's Franklin's Buffalo. This is the first slot that your vehicle will be saved in when you join online. So my first car was originally a Buffalo, so it was a no-brainer to replace it with Franklin's Buffalo. As you can see, the hood, you got the air scoops and everything, the fenders on the back. And yeah, this is like my Gucci car. Everything's all good when I'm driving this, so that's my Franklin Buffalo. Next, we're going to jump into the LG R8. This is the free car that they give you for signing up to the social club. So it's not pretty much a rare car, but I just like it how it changes colors from red, orange to yellow. And yeah, like this is my Tokyo Drift Fast and Furious car right here. That's what I like to call it. So that's my LG R8. Next, going to jump into here is the forget the name of this, the Rebel, the Karen Rebel. I originally had the rat loader here, but I replaced it with this because when they updated it, they took away the rat loader and the space docker. So it doesn't really look like much when you pick it up off the streets, but once you take it into Los Santos Customs, the potential really grows. As you can see, the bed of the truck is all bare and everything with the spare tire and all of this cool stuff, the pull bars and everything like that. So yeah, this is the Karen Rebel, pretty cool car. Next, going to jump into the Love Bug or the Herbie Fully Loaded, which is my Beetle with the nice 6-foot antenna and exhaust in the back, the huge off-road tires, and I know the crew emblem is kind of off, but I've been having crew emblem trouble ever since Max Payne 3. I've been trying to master it, but really couldn't. So this was like a generic crew emblem. It was the 69, so it wasn't too hard to turn that to a 53. Yeah, and this is my Herbie Fully Loaded. Alright, that's it for this character right here. Let me switch characters and show you guys what else I got to offer. This is the worst part of the video right here because it actually takes at least a minute and a half or to a minute to load up. And yeah, I kind of like my second character cards better than my first character. Maybe because they're a little more rarer, more hard to find. And I actually like the crib a little better too, Weasel Plaza. It's just because it has a nice little space between the apartment and the garage where a lot of people like to hang out at. So once this plane lands and get out the clouds, we can jump right into it. Alright, we coming in for a landing. You just left cruising altitude. Safe to take off your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. First car I want to jump into is the, can you guess what it is? Cowabunga Surfs Up, I Love Being a Turtle. This is my Ninja Turtle surfer van. This van is not that rare, it's not that hard to find. You just got to go to a certain point at a certain time to find it. It's pretty rare to me, you just don't see people driving around in it. As you can see, I don't have any entities or addas that everybody driving around with. I like to drive around in rare cars that nobody really drive around in. So yeah, right there, that's my Ninja Turtle surfer van. Next, we're going to jump into the Stingray with the huge engine in the back. I actually got the concept of this car from a movie called Death Race 2000. I was looking up, you know, movies, famous cars and movies and stuff, and I got the concept from the movie Death Race 2000. I actually found that movie, and it was a pretty cool movie, so I kind of replicated the car as much as I could. And I was going for it was another movie called Corvette Summer, but the color scheme just didn't go right, so I figured this would be the best way to go, the Death Race 2000 Stingray. Next, going to jump to this super rare vehicle right here. This is the Hearse. The Hearse really doesn't spawn unless you know somebody that has the car, one of your friends. And all of my friends that I did know that have it weren't even in the U.S., so that goes to show you how rare the car is right there. And it won't really spawn for you unless you have somebody, like I said, a friend that drives around in the area for you to, the greater the, you know, potential of it spawning. So yeah, this is the latest addition to my garage right here with the casket and a nice little reef in the back. And that is my Hearse. Next, going to jump into this muscle car that I said that I fell in love with more than the Buccaneer. It is the Sabre Turbo. The reason why I love this car so much, as you can see, it has the huge nitrous tank in the front. To go with it, has a nice little roll cage, got exhaust on the side, wheelie bars on the back, and the hood and everything like that with the intake. And yeah, it just reminds me of like an Evel Knievel stunt car. And that's why I fell in love with that car. This is my Sabre Turbo. Next, going to jump into this super rare vehicle right here. It's the Mexican MeriAchi car. As you can see, it has the bottle of tequila, 2 sombreros, 2 guitars, the nice little Mexican flag. It's all rusted out. And a lot of people say they can't really get this into their garage. So it was weird how I actually got into my garage when I purchased the Tracker. It actually replaced one of my sticker bomb cars. And yeah, it was kind of a hassle to get it back. But we'll get into that next car in a second. And this is my Mexican MeriAchi car. Next, we're going to jump into a lot of people like to call is the speaker car. I actually had it all white, but it kind of clashed with my Sabre Turbo when I painted it white. So I had to find another color scheme to it. So I called it the Speaker Box Love Down Below car, which is a group called Outkast that came out with a CD. The Speaker Box, which was Big Boy's part of the album, which was red, and Andre 3000, which was the Love Down Below, which his album was the pink part. So yeah, this is my Outkast car, the Speaker Box Love Down Below. Next, going to jump into like an OG car right here. This is the Infernus. If you're from the Vice City era of Grand Theft Auto, then you know the Infernus is like one of the baddest cars from that game. And just the fact that it has these Lamborghini doors, you know, the butterfly doors and everything like that, just really compliments the car. So I had to have it for my second character just for the fact that it had Lamborghini doors, just to show it off like that. And yeah, this is my Vice City Infernus. Next, going to jump into the sticker bomb car. It was actually a pain to get this back. Like I said, I lost it when I put insurance on the Mexican MeriAchi car. So what I did was I found the scheme. I was searching sessions and tried to find a level 3 character with 15 job points. And after about 10 tries, I surely found him, and he was in the store completing the prologue of the online mission. And what do you know, he had to say it, so I just jacked him for it, goon style, and the rest is history. And that is the rare sticker bomb car. Next, we're going to jump into the Futo. This is pretty much like a mini-me of my iMponte Ruiner that I had in my other garage. I like it because the handling on it is just crazy. You just slide all over the place. It's like you're driving on ice. I mean, you can drift well in this car. It has a nice double exhaust on the back to a certain height. And to complement it, I have the chrome at the bottom just like the Ruin I had. And that is my Futo. Next, going to jump into this Bravado Youga. Pretty rare car, not a lot of people drive around it. Like I said, I like to use cars that people don't really drive around in, and I went for the whole A-Team style, but it was just the color scheme and everything didn't work, so I found a nice little way to trick it out. And yeah, this is my Bravado Youga. And that's it for my online characters. If I get a chance to switch to my story mode characters, I can show you guys a little bit of more cars that I have to offer. And let me see what's up. Now transitioning from online to offline really doesn't take that long, so it just take about 20 seconds, so it should be a quick ride, as you can see. And I don't know where they're actually going to spawn me. Normally they would spawn me in front of the garage, but it might look like I might have to take a drive over there to show you guys.
Hey, holla at me, y'all. Peace.
Birds in the sky, birds in the sky. And I just fell in love with so many cars. They just had to float over somewhere, so they ended up on story mode. And we're going to jump right into it. Right here is RC from Toy Story. As you can see, he has the all-terrain mudslinger rims and everything. And this car really comes to life once the headlights come on. And it's not that rare of a car. It's one of the free cars they give you with the Beach Bum update. But yeah, this is my replica of the RC car from Toy Story. We're next going to jump into the James Bond car, which I like to call my Finn McMissile car from Cars 2. Espionage car, you know, kind of incognito and everything like that. So there's not much to say about this car. James Bond, Finn McMissile, so you should already know the deal about that. And there goes the Tokyo Drift car once again. I'll probably replace that later with the Dukes of Hazzard General Lee car, but I haven't gotten to that yet. And last but not least is the Bumblebee car. It reminds me of like a Ford Mustang, I believe. The Bumblebee from Transformers 2. I never actually had this car in my online garage, so you know I couldn't wait to get it into a garage on story mode. So yeah, this is the Bumblebee from Transformers 2. And that's pretty much it I have to show. I have in my Franklin's garage, I have two benefactors. I have the Dubster and the Felter. Felter is one of the most tricked out cars. That has the hugest fender in the back, I believe. And the Dubster has a pretty much cool customization options too. Just to have those two Mercedes cars in my garage is pretty awesome. And alright guys, that's it. That's all I have to show you guys. Alright, hope you enjoy it.